92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The woman on the phone for a second date update today and myself have something in common.
Uh-oh.
Both big fans of Ultimate Frisbee. That's right.
What? You're a fan of Ultimate Frisbee?
Well, I've only played once.
How does that make you a fan?
And I think her experience with Ultimate Frisbee was better than mine.
Really?
All I got out of it was a bunch of people at a park calling me a maniac and a lunatic.
What?
A
Why?
sadistic freak, whatever that means.
Why would they say
I didn't know you
that?
weren't supposed to take a baseball bat to play Ultimate Frisbee. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But then I get labeled all kinds of names.
Well,
But Jessie actually got a date out of playing Ultimate Frisbee, and I don't think had a restraining order slapped on her either. Unless I'm wrong, Jessie. Am I wrong?
No.
you didn't bring a bat to the game or an axe or anything like that then.
No.
Yeah.
That's boring.
I wish somebody would have told me beforehand. But your email said that you met the guy you want to call today playing Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah, I'm kind of a spontaneous person, and I like trying out new things, and I was online, and I saw this game thing, so I was like, I want to do that. I've never played before.
Was it a singles, like, meetup type thing?
No, not necessarily. It was just sort of like young people.
So how was it when you went out there and played? Did you find out you were amazing at Ultimate Frisbee and had no idea?
No, I'm actually really bad, apparently. But there was this one guy who was really good, like probably had been playing with that group of people for a long time. And
And I know that's what really turns ladies on, is a guy who can handle a Frisbee.
It's actually not.
Right?
It's not too far from a lie.
Really?
no, it was actually really nice because, you know, you have to have a certain grace, you know?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Any athletic man on a field that is good is sexy.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was really sexy. So I was trying to get his attention a little bit, and so during a break, I was like standing by him, and he like offered me some of his Gatorade. He was like, "Here, it looks like you could use some of this."
See,
You look thirsty.
offered you some Gatorade, huh?
Yeah, he offered me some. It was blue, you know.
Wait a minute, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sharing out of the same bottle, that means he doesn't think you're gross.
Right. That's why I was excited, because I was like, okay, so breaking the ice, sharing Gatorade, you
Yeah.
know.
Already like you guys kissed.
Yeah, right. Next step, swap and spit.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was just like super straightforward and like immediately was joking with me at my expense, and I don't know. I like that. You know, give it to me, and you know, or
That's another thing that I've heard
Yeah.
women like. Another attribute that dudes have if they're able to do that.
Man.
I've heard it's a big deal for ladies. So, did you ask him out or did he ask you out?
he asked me out.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and which was great. You know, we had a couple of drinks, had a nice meal, but I was a little annoyed because there were a lot of like kids there, and they were being really loud and just annoying, you know, like they were like running all over the place.
Yeah.
And
At a fancy restaurant they were?
it wasn't a fancy restaurant, but it wasn't, you know, it was a decent restaurant, and I don't know, they were just so loud. And so I said to him, I was like, kids are annoying, like I don't know how people do it. And then he was just like, oh, I have a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was good.
What I meant was every kid except for yours is annoying.
Wow.
How'd you backpedal on that?
Yeah, well, no, I was like, no, just these kids. I'm sure your kid is great. Like, it was really awkward, and I didn't know what to say. And he was really nice about it. He like joked with me. It was just like, no, I get it. Like, I have a kid. He's annoying. Like, I get it.
But
So
wait,
he
though.
agreed with you.
I mean, he just dropped on you that he had a kid. How did you feel about that?
I mean, it's weird, but I don't know. Like I said, I like to try new things.
So why not parenting? Yeah.
Being a mom, whatever, step
You
parenting.
know, I mean, I haven't dated a guy with a kid before, so why not, right?
Hey.
So how did everything end with him?
Well, I thought things were going smoothly, and then he took me home, kissed me on the cheek, which, you know, is nice. I was hoping for a little bit more, but it was nice.
Yeah, especially from an Ultimate Frisbee player. Those guys are badasses. Like, they're usually not going for a kiss on the cheek at the end of the night, you know?
So do you think it's a kid thing that is the reason?
I mean, everything else was great. That was the only awkward moment that I could think of that probably would have kept him from calling me again, you know?
And how many times have you tried to reach out to him?
I sent him like a text a few days after and no reply. Yeah, so just once. But I really want to see him again. I really enjoyed our date.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm honestly really surprised that Jessie, who was on the phone to do a second date update today, isn't getting a call back from the dude that she went out with. Because really, she has all of the qualities that men look for in a woman. She hates kids.
No.
That's pretty much it. That's the quality.
That's what you look for, Jubal.
That's the quality, and she has that. Right, Jessie?
No, I didn't say I hated kids. I just thought the ones in the restaurant were annoying.
If you're just tuning in, Jessie met the dude she wants to call today while playing Ultimate Frisbee. They went out to eat at a restaurant, and the only thing that she thinks might be the reason he's not calling back is because while they were there, she made a comment about how annoying the kids in the restaurant were. And that's when he said, "Oh, I have a kid." And
Yeah.
I guess it was a little awkward after that, but they got back to normal, and she ended with a kiss on the cheek, but hasn't heard anything since.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
And the thing is, you never really came back from that, and you never told him, like, no, I actually like kids. I could see myself being with someone with a kid. Is that what you want to tell him now if we get him on the phone?
It sounds a little desperate saying that, doesn't it? Like,
I don't know.
wanted to get away from the awkward moment.
Maybe you just address that it was a joke and move on instead of being like, no, I promise I want to be a mom. Like, I don't know. Either way, the date didn't work out for you, so I'm going to call him right now, see if we get him on the phone and find out what happened, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Douglas?
this is Douglas.
Hey, Doug. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
My name's Douglas. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay, who are you?
I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. My name is Jubal.
What do you need from me?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about a friend of ours who you know.
Okay.
Okay. You're a pretty quick and to the point guy, aren't you, Douglas?
Yes, I am. Why are you calling me?
Good question.
So you went out with a girl named Jessie recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like Jessie?
What business is that of yours?
Well, it's our business because she emailed us to see if we could talk to you and find out if you didn't like her.
I didn't hate her.
Whoa.
I just didn't feel it working.
Okay. Can you tell us why?
I don't feel we're at the same places in our lives, and it's just as far as personalities, temperaments, and patience goes, it's just not what I'm looking for in someone to date. Sorry.
Is it because you have a kid and she doesn't?
How do you know that?
Well, she told us a little bit about your date and said she thinks that's the reason you don't want to go out with her again.
It's just like the millennials. You can't deal with it yourself.
Wait, what? You just, like, put down a whole generation of people there?
Well, I'm not saying that every millennial is one of those things and behaves that way, but when I see a duck, I call it a duck.
It's a good way to be. So you thought she was a millennial duck.
No, Jubal.
Well, after having to listen to a 5-minute tirade that someone didn't tag her in a Facebook post, yeah, kind of.
What?
Okay, wait.
Whoa.
I want to know about the tirade, but I'm really curious. Are you a 65-year-old man?
I'm a 30-year-old man with 2 kids with sole custody. I got a lot to do.
Okay.
I'm very busy. I just don't have time to screw around anymore.
Okay. And by her complaining about a Facebook post, you think she has time to screw around and you don't?
It's not just that. She's complaining that, I work a 10 to 8 or a 10 to 5 job, and I only got 8 hours of sleep last night, and
Yeah.
her friends aren't tagging her in Facebook posts, and it's just, I don't think she's a bad person. I just don't have time for that.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like, you're a single parent of 2
I'm in a
kids.
different place in my life. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Why didn't you just tell her that, though?
Well, I didn't want to come down on her as like, you're an idiot and I don't want to have anything else to do with you. We're already there on the date. And I don't think that. It's just like I said, we're just in different places in our lives.
Right.
We want different things. Maybe in a few years she might feel differently, but right now I don't have the time to do it.
So in your mind, it's just finish the date up, give her a kiss on the cheek, send her on her way, and you can get back to doing business.
Look, it's not doing business. It's called life. I'm actively participating in it, and I just got to get it done. I don't have time for the BS.
But, I mean, here's the thing with that. Like, I get that you have a lot on your plate right now, but you can't fault her for not having the same amount of stuff to deal with.
I'm not faulting her. I'm just saying that I don't have time for it. I'm sure there's plenty of other guys that can sympathize and want to listen to her about not getting tagged in a Facebook post. I'm not one of them.
All right.
And look, if you guys want to get back to her and just let her know, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I have a better idea. I can tell that you're, like I said, you're a man of business. Let's expedite it and just let you know that she's on the phone right now and you actually told her.
What are you talking about?
I mean, she's on the other line listening to this conversation and would like to speak with you real quick. If you have time, sir.
Sir?
She's not on the phone.
Yes, I am. Hi.
I'm sorry, Jesse, you had to hear that. I don't mean it maliciously, but it's the truth.
It just sounds like you're being really, really insensitive, honestly.
It's not about insensitivity. It's just, I mean...
No, it's that you don't want to empathize with my problems, that you think your problems are so much bigger and greater than mine are.
You were worried about a Facebook post. I have 2 kids to raise. Those are quantitatively much bigger problems.
Well,
I'm
the
sorry if
Facebook
that hurts
post-
your feelings. I don't mean to. It's just the way it is.
Listen, it wasn't about the Facebook post. It was the fact that it was posted by my roommate, okay? You have no idea what it's like to live with 2 other women. It's hard. It's really hard.
Are you kidding me? I can't even believe that sentence is coming out of your mouth.
Because you have no idea. You have no clue. You've never done it before.
You have no idea what it's like to be responsible for 2 kids that you're responsible for keeping alive. You live with 2 kids, they're not your responsibility. I live with 2 kids, I am their responsibility. The buck stops with me. I'm not worried about Facebook posts. I'm sorry.
Please stop talking about my Facebook post and stop talking about your kids, okay? How hard can it be to raise 2 kids, okay? You just put them in front of a TV.
Oh!
Whoa.
Guys,
Why not?
I'm starting to lose my patience. Like I said, she's not an evil person. I just do not have time for this nonsense anymore. I'm sure she'll do great. I'm sure she's going to find a great guy. I really got to go.
Listen, working is hard, okay? I work from 10 to 5 with barely an hour lunch break, okay? That's difficult. And you don't even want to hear me out?
Yeah, hear her out, dude. 10 to 5.
All right, fine. You want to know something? Like the day that we met playing up at Frisbee, you know, the kind of days off I get like that? I get one of those a month. Even when I have a day off, Jesse, I don't have a day off. I have to babysit 2 kids every second of the day. There's no time off for me. If I'm lucky, I get 5 hours of sleep a night.
That is the choice you made, okay? If you have 2 kids, that's your choice. You're going to be a father, okay? You can't blame me if I want to get more than 8 hours of sleep tonight.
Jesse, I'm not blaming you. I just don't want to date you.
Jesse, I think that you should probably just quit while you're ahead because
Yeah.
he is being way nicer than I expected him to be to you.
I don't think so. I'd like to hear more from him.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think you guys would be a great couple.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Don't even
Douglas,
ask.
would you like to go out with Jesse on another date? We will pay for it.
Come on, guys, please.
Please get you a second date.
Yeah, I don't think
Jubal.
that's
Am I
what he
reading
meant.
into it wrong, Douglas?
Look, I appreciate that you're having a lot of fun on the radio, but I really got stuff to do. I'm sorry Jesse and I didn't get along. I'm sorry you guys couldn't put us back together for a date. Everything will be fine. The sun's coming up tomorrow. Nobody's going to die. But I have to go get my kids ready for school. Please, may I go?
All right.
Yep.
Down to
Well,
business.
we'll let you go, Douglas. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right, and he is gone. Jesse, I'm
Whoa!
sorry that didn't work out for you.
I mean, I'm kind of blown away by it. I honestly thought it didn't go that badly. So,
You thought it didn't go badly?
He just denied you and hung up.
Well, Jesse, better luck next time, okay?
okay.
Okay. And I feel your pain about the Facebook tagging thing. It is so annoying when people leave you off of posts.
Thank you.
Yeah,
He just didn't get it.
I know. What a jerk.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text message in at 78592 that says, that girl makes me ashamed to be a millennial. Talking about today's second date update. That was taped while Brooke was still here. Brooke is out on maternity leave. Jackie is filling in. But anyway, the couple, Jesse and Douglas, that's their names. Jesse wanted to call Douglas. He wasn't calling back after they had a great date. And the reason why is because he's a busy man with kids. And she has big problems too.
Yeah, she does.
She was really upset that her roommates didn't tag her in a Facebook post.
That gets me so riled up.
And she was also complaining about having to work from 10 to 5 with only an hour lunch break.
Oh my God.
Where does she work that they demand that of her?
I know. That is ridiculous. I'm sure she could call somebody. That's got to be illegal.
I mean, then she's going to get to the gym late, and then the bachelor's on late. I mean, there's so much going on in her life.
Those are such easy work hours.
I know. And the guy was kind of a jerk about it. You know, like, we're in two different places in life. I'm busy. I got kids, and she doesn't understand the pressures.
He's a little barky about it.
Yeah, he was.
you
He
know?
was a little angry about it, but almost everybody texting in at 78592 is taking his side
Yeah.
just because of the trivial stuff that she complained about. But seriously, your roommate's not tagging you in a Facebook post?
I mean,
No.
You live with them. It's so easy.
I think that's in the Constitution.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
You have to do that.
And then
wrong.
a lot of parents are mad at her because she used the line, well, you have kids, just put them in front of the TV or whatever, right?
Oh,
Super easy.
Don't even say that.
Then again, none of us do that.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.